The city of Denver signed a lease for a photocopy machine at $3,200 per month and 4 cents per copy. Operating costs for toner, paper, operator salary, and so on are all variable at 3 cents per copy. Departments had projected a need for 90,000 copies a month. The city planning department predicted its usage would be 32,000 copies a month, and it made 46,000 copies in August. So let's take a look at the two requirements here. First, requirement 1. Suppose one predetermined rate per copy was used to allocate all photocopy costs. And the question asks us this: what rate would be used and how much cost would be allocated to the city planning department in August? So let's take a look at how we could solve this one. Okay, so our first calculation, the estimated monthly cost would be the $3,200, that's the lease cost per month, plus the 4 cents per copy that they're charging and the 3 cents of operating cost, times the 90,000 copies. So our estimated monthly cost is $9,500. Okay, now the estimated monthly usage is 90,000. So if we were to calculate a single cost allocation rate, we would take the monthly cost divided by the monthly usage, 9,500 divided by 90,000, and we get 10.6 cents. Okay, now, so how much to compute how much cost would be allocated to the city planning in August? We would use the predetermined rate times the city planning department actual copies. So take the 10.6 cents of the predetermined rate we just calculated, that's a single allocation rate, times the 46,000 that the city planning department used, and we get an allocation cost of $4,876. Okay, now let's look at requirement 2. Requirement 2 says, and I'm reading right here, right above where my mouse is pointing, suppose fixed and variable cost pools were allocated separately. Specify how each pool should be allocated. Compute the cost allocated to the city planning department in August. So now we're going to use separate fixed and variable costs. Okay, by the way, in practice, I haven't seen separate fixed and variable cost used all that often. Typically, it's just one cost if we're using a traditional costing system using traditional cost allocations. All right, so the estimated fixed cost was $3,200 and the estimated monthly usage was 90,000. Okay, so the fixed cost allocation rate would be the 3,200 divided by 90,000, or 3.56 cents per copy. The copies projected was 32,000. Where did they give us the 32,000? Right there, 32,000 copies per month. So the fixed cost allocation would be the rate times the copies used. That comes out to be $1,138. Now, the variable cost would be 7 cents per copy times the actual usage of 46,000. And the 7 cents was the total of the 4 and 3 we already calculated, right? The 4 cents that the leasing company charges plus the other 3 cents of all our variable costs. Okay, so then we would add the 1138 to the 3220 to come up with what the, let me get rid of this, the total cost allocated to the city planning department.